after a really good July on the lure fishing for bass. It's been quite a tricky August, to be honest. We've had successive days of 30 degrees heat, so I choose to do a little bit of pre-dawn fishing just to escape the crowds and try and get a little bit cooler. You can still lure fish at night, of course, but it's not without its problems. Obviously you can't really see where you're casting, you can't even tell the water clarity sometimes, so it is a little bit more dangerous slipping across the rocks. I wouldn't say it's pitch black out there, but we've got the spitting wire on. I'm trying to keep as low as possible. I'm trying to keep this light. We've got a tiny little light here. Just trying to keep it off the water really. And as the camera picks up. You can usually tell when the fishing's not great. You're not getting the bites within the first sort of 10 good retrieves on a mark that you know well. So it's always possibly time to move on, change the lure, but the more I change lures, the less confident I've become. J13, let's give the KOMOMO a go. Now back to the Pachenko again. Well, it's got light quickly. We're going to go for the Do Live. Right, last lure change, and then it's a change of venue on the walk up the coast. This is the Axia. It's like a pearl, I don't know, it's just a copy of a hound or a, I don't know, just a cheap lure. Doodle-doo, let's give it a go. That's a bit annoying because these conditions look quite good. It's the sort of ground that you're fishing on. I do always like to have a little look at low tide. Well, there was a fish, I just saw it just turn right as I brought the Pachenko in, and unfortunately I didn't catch it on the camera. I keep saying it, one of these days I'm going to get a fish taking a surface lure up close like this, retrieving in right to the rod tip, and sometimes they do take it. And that was a 3-pound fish I've just seen. Unfortunately it just turned away at the last moment. So we had a storm come through on the Wednesday, and I thought this might lead to a change in fortunes. Okay, so not the best fish catching action, but I wanted to show a little bit of realism, what it is actually like. Can't be catching fish all the time, but I promise we will have some decent catches on the channel as soon as I can. And the mackerel fishing is in full season down on the south coast now. Lots of mackerel being caught. To be honest, not really my cup of tea, standing shoulder to shoulder with strings of 6, but they seem to be enjoying themselves at the moment. Just a little bit of housekeeping coming up. We're giving away a lure rod. It's a blazingly hot day again. It's 34 degrees and it's been about the fifth day in a row it's been that temperature. This is the H2O rockfish. It's an 8'6" rod. I'm actually going to give this rod away with a reel, with a braid set up with some fluorocarbon. All you have to do is find the Easter eggs in these videos. I'll leave a link underneath, so if you want to enter that competition you can be the recipient of this once we do a draw for it, depending how many people enter. I'm not even sure anyone's going to enter that one, but the details are underneath anyway.